Louis Cayer is widely regarded as the best doubles coach in the entire world. He's helped six British doubles players become world number one. And in today's clip from my podcast, he spoke about the three doubles fears that most players encounter and how you can overcome them. I hope you enjoy. I'm curious at the recreational level what your advice would be. You said when people lob, it gives them trouble. And that is the number one question I get all the time is, I played all these lobbers. They just lob all the time. What is your best advice in that situation?
First of all, we have to demystify the space. If I do sometime recreational clinic, if you ask someone, it would be easier if I was on a court, how far back you have to go to handle any lobs, and they get very, very close to the baseline, very close. So they're close to the net, and they think they have to get close to the baseline. It's impossible. They will never get it. So suddenly I put them just 1 meter behind the service line. Just 1 meter. They don't have to, and I just hit the ball to their friend, and I say they'll just stay there, and let's see how many lobs land behind them. If they succeed 1 out of 10, it's good. And the pros, if they succeed 2 out of 10, no, 0 out of 10, they cannot lob over. If Joe is 1 meter behind the service line, there's no lob going over. So why is that important? Because I say a lob is slow, and when you're on the wall, it's midway between the net and the service line. You have to cross the service line before the lob cross. So you should be able to win the race. So I say win the race with the lob. You have to cross the service line, not the baseline, the service line before the lob. And at the beginning, I do a training. Let's say you're the ref and your friend is doing the drill. I feed a lob and you say which one cross, because you're right on the line. Is it the lob or the player? And every time it's the player, there's never a lob behind them. Never. So I start to change, when you say transform their idea of how much I have to back up. I give them a challenge. Cross the line. As soon as you see the lob, don't wait to see if it's short or deep, because what is the intention of someone when they lob? Is it to lob short? No, so as soon as you see a lob, you cross the service line. Oh, it's short. Let it bounce and smash or move forward. But if it's deep, you're already behind the service line. You're going to handle it. And when you play at the wall, which is at the net, you can be closer to the net or further back. Like me at my age now, if I play doubles, I will not be on the front part of the net. I'll be a bit closer where crossing the service line, even at my age, will be quite easy. So I'm going to handle the lob very well. If people hit hard at me, I have a bit more time to reflex it. And if the ball is easy, I prefer to run forward than to run backward. So I'm going to move forward to intercept. So you adopt, the coach has to help the recreational player based on their age, experience level, to take a position on the court and to make them realize how they can handle pretty much everything that can happen. So even if I teach a recreational player, I make them believe they can handle whatever that happens. If you stand there, you're going to handle the lob, you're going to handle the hard ball. And there's 3 main fear with the recreational player: fear of getting hit, fear of getting lob, and fear of getting pass. Okay, so if you address these 3 fear, I don't know, is it a visual podcast or just auditive?
No, we have the recording, so we can show the visual.
Okay, so I'll take a racket here. So a lot of coaches show people to wait like this, and they have a forehand grip. If the ball comes on them, they absolutely cannot defend. So they're quite afraid. So I show to recreational level, I'll back up a tiny bit, to wait with the continental grip and to have the racket is already slant like this. As you can see, not like that, because you need a forehand grip for that. So they're like this. Then I throw the ball from a short distance, so it's not fast on them, and they block it. Then I back up a tiny bit, hit the ball a bit, and I do a close skill, which means like just hard on them. And then I say, wait with your backhand, and it's easier to change for a forehand grip if the ball, from backhand, it's easier to change for forehand than to change from a forehand to a backhand. and I start to make them comfortable that they can handle the ball coming pretty fast. And with that grip, they protect themselves and the left side. And and if they change, they have the full end behind the racket on the forehand. But whatever you do, it's what people believe. If I make them believe it's fine, and I give enough practice to believe like it's fine, then they'll become fine. And for the tram line, in UK we say tram line, the alleys, I say you're right to protect the alley when the ball is easy. But when the ball is tough, you don't. And we have a rule in Great Britain, when we return, we never protect the alley. And until you beat one of the British players 3 times in a tram line with your first volley. 3 times. Okay? Then your partner has to beat him also 3 times. But you, each player is 3 times, because you could be good, but not your partner to volley down line. And you know how often it has happened to British players in the 17 years I was there with about over 15 players I coached? 0 time. And at the beginning, Jamie Murray asked, I told him, Jamie Murray has a strong character. He didn't believe me. So I asked Nestor, because I was in Canada before, who has the best record after the Bryans. I say, and Jamie was not that good at the beginning, so he was not a threat for Daniel to share some knowledge. Say, how often were you beat 3 times in a tram line as a receiver's partner? Say, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it happened once in 20 years. So it's a low percentage shot. I tell you, you would be amazed if I was training you right away today to do that, to go to a spot forcing the guy to do this and that. You'll be surprised how your friend will start to play bad. They will see no plays. They will try to volley short cross court, which is a tough shot from midcourt, or volley in the line. But if they volley in the line and it's not hard, you're allowed to move and smack it, you know. And if they try to change direction and hit hard low over the net tram line, it's too tough. They miss a lot. So I will tell them, and I'll put 2 markers. When the ball is easy, you stand there. When the ball is tough, you go toward the middle. Because whatever level, like a beginner receiving a deep ball from another beginner is a very tough ball. Okay? It could be easy, but receiving a tough ball from someone of your level, it's a tough ball. And Rajiv receiving a tough ball from Rublev, it's a tough ball. So everybody have a tough ball for their own level, and the partner at the net then could squeeze the middle to avoid any neutral or defensive shot through the middle. So I will explain that even for a recreational player. I know I was coaching all the inter clubs in Montreal, and I was coaching that already, and they were very successful. So we talk about the fear of getting lobbed, the fear of getting hit, and the fear of getting passed. If you address these 3 things very early in your inter-club session or your clinic with members, you'll be surprised. Like 1 year we won all the titles, level 1, 2, 3, 4, because they were playing doubles, not just hitting tennis balls. You know, and after a match, the recreational player was coaching, they were having a grid. So I would say, did Jonathan return hard cross court, hard down line, precise cross court, precise line, or lob? They realized that they were never ticking the 5 boxes. You were either a hard hitter who rarely lob, or you were a placer who often lob, or this and that. And sometimes they say, oh, she never hit down line. So what have you done about it? Did you squeeze more in the middle? She was always lobbing. So what have you done? Did you choose or poach so your friend was getting there before? And they start to have, whatever happened, they can handle it. I start to develop a way of thinking of playing tennis, being more aware of what the opponent do and what you do when people are quite predictable and do pretty much the same thing. And they were club members, honestly, not professional, but they were playing better, because I don't believe it's all just about how well you hit the ball. It's how well you play the game. And you can make recreational play the game well, and you can make professional play the game better than even the other professional. So it's about playing, not just hitting.